Welcome to SciTech Info, dear UPSC, TNPSC, NEET and JEE aspirants and school and college students.
Let us now discuss about the motional EMF from Lorentz force. Let us consider this cross marks, these cross marks as magnetic field. Cross marks as magnetic field, and the direction is perpendicular inward, that is, it goes inside the board. Are you able to follow? This is the plane of the paper or plane of the board. Now the direction of magnetic field will go like this. Do you understand? So this is the direction of magnetic field. All these magnetic lines of force will be moving from external point to internal point, crossing the board. Are you able to follow? So all these cross marks represent the magnetic lines of force, right? Passing perpendicular inward. Do you understand? Right. And then let me keep a rod here. AB is a rod. So X mark is the magnetic field. The direction of magnetic field is perpendicular to the board, inward. So it goes inside. So now I am keeping a rod like this. Okay. So let me take a rod. So this is the rod AB. I am keeping here. Actually, this is the magnetic field. I am keeping perpendicular to the magnetic field here. Are you able to follow? Right?
Yes, sir.
Now I am moving this rod right hand in the right hand side at constant velocity v. Got it? At constant velocity v. Now let me explain once again. This is the length of the rod L. Are you able to follow? So A, B, and the magnetic field goes like this. The rod is kept like this, and the movement is taking place in this direction. So all these three are mutually perpendicular to each other. Do you understand this point? Right. Now here we have got the AB, which is nothing but the length of the rod AB. That is the conductor. So a straight conductor. This length is perpendicular to the magnetic field. The rod is kept perpendicular to the magnetic field. And now here the velocity is constant. This is the motion of rod from left to right. So constant velocity of the rod. Are you able to follow?
Yes.
Moving towards right. When the rod moves like this, what happens? The electrons will be traveling inside the rod, free electrons. Because it takes place, this movement occurs in presence of a magnetic field. We know very well, when there is any fluctuation change, magnetic flux change, there arises some induction, electrical induction. And these electrons are moving from B to A. When the electrons, so for which, because you cannot expect the electron move automatically. It needs a certain amount of force. So these electrons are moved under some force. So this Lorentz force is responsible for the movement of electrons from B to A. And thereby they accumulate electronic charges, negative charges at A, at the end A. And thereby it becomes minus. And what about B? That becomes plus. And because of that, potential difference arises. Is it not? And whenever plus minus occurs, naturally there arises electric field also. So these moving electrons, they experience two kinds of force. One force is Lorentz force because of magnetic field, and that is given by Fb is equal to minus E into velocity vector cross
Magnetic field vector.
magnetic field vector. It's a cross product. You understand? Where E is the charge of electron, right? So this is called Lorentz force, and because of the magnetic field, so they apply on the free electrons. Okay, right. Now let me come back. Here due to the electric field, because we already seen there is an electric field, okay. So due to this electric field, Coulombic force starts acting on it, on the free electrons, and therefore Fe is, this Coulombic force is represented as Fe vector is equal to minus E into E, that is electric field. That one is due to magnetic field. Lorentz force is due to magnetic field, and Coulombic force is due to electric field. Okay, so there arises some equilibrium at that stage. Both forces are equal. So at equilibrium, Fb, the modulus, the magnitude of the Lorentz force vector is equal to the magnitude of the Coulombic force vector. Okay, and Fb can be expressed as minus E into V cross B, whereas Fe can be represented as minus E into E according to this equation. Now what happens, so we know the cross product V cross B is equal to Vb sin theta into normal n cap. So here let it be 1. Therefore Vb sin theta. Now we can substitute here, so that minus E into Vb sin theta is equal to minus E. And since they are absolute values, we take the minus signs, and E is also striped. Okay. Now Vb sin theta is equal to E, right? And Vb is equal to E when, because the theta, the angle, all these are orthogonal, that is they are mutually perpendicular to each other. So for theta is equal to 90 degree. So sin 90 is equal to 1. Therefore Vb into 1 is equal to E, that is Vb is equal to E. Remember, this V is nothing but the velocity of the moving rod. Okay, right. And the potential difference between these two ends of the rod that arises, and that is given by E into L. Therefore V is equal to BLV. So we can substitute the value of E here, so that the BV, so BVL or BLV. So E is equal to BLV, and since this, actually V is equal to BLV, but in order to emphasize this potential difference, which is nothing but the electromotive force due to the motion of the rod, this is called the motional EMF. So motional EMF is given by BLV. Do you understand? Now we have got, according to Ohm's law, E is equal to IR or V is equal to IR. So I is equal to E by R. You can substitute this I also. So we can get I from this equation by knowing B, L, V, R. We can arrive at the I. Are able to follow? And it perfectly works out with the right hand rule, Fleming's right hand rule. Is it clear? Any doubt?
No. யாம் பெற்ற இன்பம் பெருக இவ்வையகம் என்பதற்கேற்ப please subscribe if you like our educational contents and share with your family and friends. Thank you for spending your valuable time.